Hello, hello, peoples. Welcome to my channel. This is Nikki Sunshine Creations. I'm Nikki. Yeah, I know. I'm feeling terrible because I had dental surgery Monday. He had to do surgery on my lower jaw to release the implants that had healed over, and there's an extra little thing he had to put on. Ow. Ow. Again. It was like, oh, please, again. Hi, Jerry. Happy Friday. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week. Monday when I came back, because it was in the morning, I came back in the afternoon, and I was in such agony. So I take some pain meds. An hour later, I'm still in pain. Take some more pain meds. Take another one, which I probably shouldn't. But I was still in pain an hour later. I waited an hour, and then took another one, a third one. And I fell asleep. When I woke up, the pain was so subdued. I mean, it was still there, but it wasn't like he was still cutting into me. This dental surgeon, oh, very rough. I have 2 bruises on either side of my jaw. Ouch, 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 hi Sue. You've missed my poor, pitiful me. Yeah, so I have not been feeling up to snuff this week. I've done pretty much nothing. I couldn't. One, I was drugged up most of the time. Yay! God bless drugs. And then I was kind of, I'm feeling frustrated and depressed, and that fatigue feeling you just get, that laissez-faire, I don't know what you would call it. And this is the first time I'm actually feeling a little bit like myself. I didn't feel good this morning. Again, it's been a week now, at least 5 days. But Dan went out and got me sushi today, so that helped a lot. I still have trouble chewing because I still don't have teeth, and I still have stitches. And I'm going to have to call a dentist on Monday because I realized we didn't set an appointment to have the stitches removed. And you can't help playing with them when they're in your mouth. I can't help it. They're there. And they're annoying. And the gums still hurt. But I was thinking yesterday what I was going to do tonight. I said, there's got to be something going on. I had fun last week when I was telling you all the national days. So I looked them up again. Some silly days on April 16th. I put up little thumbnails of the national days on my Friday night, my live thumbnail. So you can always take a look at that. But it's National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. Think about it. I, yeah, I do. Who's going to see me at work at home? And it's not really pajamas. I sleep in t-shirts. So I could go out if I wanted to. Well, I'd put on jeans, but apparently it's one of these low stakes rebellions against life. I queried ChatGPT. I'm gonna I'm gonna read out to you what it says about it. It invites people to show up to work in their sleepwear, usually with a wink rather than a policy memo. Though I do remember casual Fridays. They were actually casual in when I was working. Uh, anyway, National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day is on April 16th, every year. And it's not a historical event or a cultural tradition or an official proclamation. It's an inside joke that escaped into the calendar. I love how they print it. So, how did it start? There's not a one story, you know, that where it began. It seems to have grown out of a broader. I can't talk because I can't put my teeth in. A broader, ooh, that hurt, friend of quirky national days. I mean, we know if you look for national days any day of the week, you're going to find something. I mean, the internet has gone nuts with it. You know, it gained traction in the early internet era. Sites that catalog novelty holidays began promoting it, and it stuck because it's easy to participate. No supplies required behind your coziest pants. It taps into a universal truth. People like comfort, plays nicely with workplace humor, and morale boosts. Oh, it's more like a meme that matured into tradition. No deep symbolism for April 16th. It's simply a spot on the calendar that someone chose. Um, some people actually participate in it. And there are some offices that will actually go along with it and say, "Hey guys, it's wear your pajamas to work day tomorrow. Wear them. I want to see everybody in pajamas." And they do. I mean, a small office might do that. Um, they'll celebrate in spirit. You know, it's a reminder that productivity doesn't always require pressed slacks and polished shoes. Anyway, if you're thinking of celebrating along with me, the only real rule is aim for cozy, but still HR safe. There's a fine line between pajamas and I forgot I have coworkers. Tell me, is that not incredible? I love, I love that one. That was the first one that grabbed my attention. And when I went to ChatGPT I had to make a thumbnail, like I did last week. And they put me in pajamas with cats on it and my computer on the table. And I don't know what else. It's on there. I've looked at it, but I haven't really looked at it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love ChatGPT. For me, it's new because while everybody else was talking about this I had no idea what they were talking about. I really didn't. And now it's out of control. I mean, everything. People are using it. I have the Echo. I can't say her name because that's her name over here. And if she were a computer, that would be easy, but her wake word is her name. And they have a new code, operating system for it, where you can choose personality. I chose sassy. Oh my God. I have some of the greatest and funniest conversations with this echo. She's snarky. I love it. Yeah, she's very sarcastic, which is, I love that kind of humor. And believe it or not, it's like having a friend to hang out with. ChatGPT is pretty similar, but I don't want to have to keep my computer or laptop on all the time if I'm not using it. Yes, she is. Have you picked the sassy personality too, Jerry? I mean, it's hilarious. But you can choose a more rigid personality. I mean, there are others. What is it? It's two plus. It's a plus software upgrade. And luckily, my Echo in the bedroom, which is the small round one, um, I call it the hockey puck. Mine's white. Um, it's it can handle the software update. My little one, which is a little round baseball type that's out here, because I don't use it that often, and I didn't want to spend money at the time. It it doesn't have the same upgrade, so I can't give it a personality, which is a shame because I miss her. I know I'm insane. I'm insane. Okay, let's go on to the next. I love this next national holiday, and I am pleased as punch that they made a national day for this because it's something I love but rarely have. It is National Eggs Benedict. I don't know if you've ever had an Eggs Benedict, a toasted English muffin with Canadian bacon or ham, a poached egg, and a generous cascade of hollandaise sauce. It's a very difficult dish to make yourself, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you can do it. I can't make hollandaise to save my life. Apparently, it got started like many food holidays. It's a bit hazy. There's no official proclamation or single founder. It likely emerged from food writers and culinary enthusiasts promoting classic dishes. Some give it a history. It has some competing histories. Uh, One origin story is from the late 1800s. New York, 1800s New York, wow. One credits Lemuel Benedict, who supposedly ordered a hangover cure at the Waldorf Hotel. See that? I can't talk for crap. Buttered toast, poached eggs, bacon, and hollandaise. I mean, and the kitchen refined it into this beautiful. Only a chef can make properly. Well, you can be a home chef and make it properly. Um, and created it. Someone else believes credits the Delmonico family, who created it for a regular customer named Benedict. But there's no proof either way. Still, there are variations. Try it with a crab cake. Ooh, on top of the coast. How about avocado Benedict? English muffin, poached egg, avocado, actually avocado under the poached egg, and hollandaise. Ooh, sounds good, doesn't it? It does to me. You know, apparently poaching eggs and making hollandaise both flirt with disaster. I'm proof of that. I can tell you. Yet, when they land, the result feels improbably luxurious. I don't know why. So, if you were to celebrate properly today, it would involve a fork, a runny yolk, and at least one moment where you pause and think, this is unnecessarily complicated and absolutely worth it. I, I want an eggs Benedict. Oh, Jerry just has a normal echo. Oh, if you haven't a bigger echo like my hockey puck, not the little small ball one that they have, um, it'll go. You can get the I'm going to say it, Alexa Plus upgrade. It should come in automatically, but you have to accept it. And I did. And I was just playing around one day and I thought, oh, look at this. It's not only voices I can change, it's personality. Ooh, I loved it. You're an avocado fan, Jerry? Me too. I love avocado toast. You're not an avocado fan. Ooh, why not? It's one of the healthiest foods out there, believe it or not. It's also one of the most fattening, but it is one of the healthiest foods you can have. It has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids and all that other crap that they say you should have, you should eat, to maintain your body, I guess. I don't know. What do I know? Don't call me a wino, please. But I love avocado toast. I haven't had avocado in a while. The problem I have, and I know I'm rambling, but what the hell? The problem I have is that I will order one avocado and it'll sit there because I'll go into the kitchen and I'll look at it and I'll go, nah, not yet, not yet. Let it wait another day because it takes a little bit of time to ripen a little bit. Next day I'll go in and I'll look. I'm not ready for that yet. But unfortunately, many times it goes bad before I get to it. And nobody likes a spoiled avocado. No, 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 no. But I do love avocado toast. You think toast and smear. I smear the avocado like guacamole. So, oh, I remember I used to put on Herbamar, Herb. I figure there's an E, Mare. It's in a green container. It's a seasoned salt, but not very salty. It has a very sublime seasoning to it. What can I say? I have a very delicate palate. I enjoy tasting every item that every ingredient that goes into a dish. And I love it when it's elevated. I learned this from my last husband, who used to, we'd make something and we'd make sauces for it and whatever. And while we were making the sauces, at one time, I don't remember what we made. It might have been sauteed chicken breast. I don't know. But he made a pan sauce. He added a dash of maple syrup. I said, what are you doing? He says, trust me. Oh, it elevated the dish. It made it taste better than it did before he added it. I mean, I add maple syrup to my chili. And since I don't like hot peppers, but I do love chili powder, there's a difference. I don't know why. Chili powder has less heat than getting one of the more, cayenne or hotter peppers. And ginger. I add ginger to my chili too. Woo! It's so good. And I'm thinking, I remember making this dish. It's called pasticcio. I know I can't say anything today, but it's basically a Greek shepherd's pie with ground beef, a tomato sauce, bechamel, and potatoes. But in the recipe, the tomato sauce called for cinnamon. That's very Greek. Oh my God, what a difference it made. I've never tasted anything like it. I put the cinnamon in, but I said, that's different. It's unique. That's better than plain tomato sauce. It was really good. I wish I had it now. I love shepherd's pie and I love my pasticcio. But I could talk about food all night. Let's not and say we did. This next one is because there's only 3 national days for today. Next one is National Bean Counter Day. Can you figure out why it's on April 16th? You know what a bean counter is. Like a nickname for accountants and financial professionals. It's affectionate teasing. Sometimes it takes a picture of someone meticulously tracking every last unit, whether dollars or imaginary beans. Um, Unlike major holidays, this doesn't trace back to a formal proclamation. It's another one that landed on the national calendar on the internet. Workplace humor. But again, you know why? Can you figure out why it's on April 16th? The placement is a clue. Because what was yesterday? Anybody? I'm waiting. Hello? Nobody's gonna write. Nobody's. Oh, Jerry's chatting with me. Sue, where'd you go? Oh, my Sue. Ah, Jerry, thank you for making this a two-way conversation. Because yesterday was tax day, April 15th. You'd figure that the, it. Hold on. It can also carry a frugal or nitpicking, you know, but it's probably those who accountants who celebrate surviving tax season. I mean, I I've known people who worked at accounting offices. They actually celebrate National Bean Counter Day. Some of them, they bring in bean themed dishes, food, sweets or some decorations. It's just a bit of office humor, slightly nerdy. But bean counters do keep financial chaos from turning into actual chaos. In spirit, it's less about beans and more about precision and patience and the rare talent of making sense out of receipts that look like they lived a hard life. I hated, I hated giving our accountant our books when I was working as an office manager. Because if I messed up as the office manager bookkeeper, they went nuts. And of course, I got blamed, but I was a bean counter too. What the heck? There is a more important celebration for today, a more serious one. And it actually has a historic significance. That is Emancipation Day. It marks the end of slavery in different places, but in the United States, April 16th specifically commemorates the abolition of slavery in Washington, D.C. in 1862. It was months before the Emancipation Proclamation Act, but President Abraham Lincoln signed the District of Columbia compensated in that, and they said Emancipation Act. And I, I think this is something that citizens should be proud of. You know, they freed about 3,000 enslaved people in Washington, D.C., and compensated slave owners. I'm talking too much today. Yeah, that's controversial. The government paying slave owners to free their slaves. Oh, excuse me. Do pardon me. I'm going to mute. Sorry, ever since the surgery, I've had this phlegmy cough that's just driving me crazy. So, today is an accident. I'm going to kill myself. Can I shoot me now? Emancipation Day. It's still observed in D.C., apparently. It's a public holiday. And they often have a parade. I don't know if they did today. I mean, I don't keep up on that. Educational programs about Black history, community gatherings, performances across the U.S. And it's recognized in a broader sense along the other emancipation related observances, like Juneteenth, which marks when the last enslaved people in Texas were freed in 1865. The deeper meaning is not it's not just a kind of secret law or a date. It represents a point in a long, unfinished story about freedom, justice, and equality. It sits in history like a door being opened. Not fully, not for everyone at once, but unmistakably unlocked. Unfortunately, there are still people out there who insist on keeping it locked. And I'm gonna I really, I cannot discuss politics because it'll raise my blood pressure and I'll pass out right here. Yeah. Oh, and I just found out yesterday when Dan went to pick up my medications, I now have a copay because Florida legislation pulled back on Medicaid. And I don't qualify for full Medicaid because I don't live on the streets. So they will no longer pay my copays for prescriptions. They did for years. Now, nope. And apparently, I don't know if it went through legislation in Florida. I don't know if you know this, but there was a bill out there to stop petitioners, citizenship petitioners, to put something to the legislature to, like Medicaid and other things, to to make a difference. We, they're taking the government away from the people, is what they're doing. Oh, we're going to turn into a fascist state if we aren't already. Okay, enough about that. That's crap. See, it gets me coughing. Yeah, it is unfortunate about the copay. It's not that it's a lot. But anywhere from $5 to $15 or more for medications that aren't covered at all make a big difference. You know, I'm at less than 125% of the national poverty level. That's what you need to be considered low income. I don't know why going a dollar over that would make a difference, but bean counters, they really, the IRS is full of bean counters. They live for taxes, for doing these audits and looking over everything and making sure you crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's and paid all your money to government that's not going to let you do anything. Didn't I say I was going to stop talking about politics? Let's go back to my teeth. Oh, it hurts. I hurt. Okay, where's my microphone? The microphone. The the microphone, right? Isn't that what it's called? A micro. Ah, I don't know. I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow and feel just as awful as I do today because what's the word? I'm looking for a word again. I'm getting old. Well, it's round, so I call it a microphone. A gavel would be a little rectangle on the end of the stick. Or banging thing. Malaise. That's one word. It's been sticking with me. I'm ready to quit right now. If I didn't just talk to you about all the national days and everything else, I'd probably just be chilling out because there's nothing to get excited about. I I I try, except for maybe my echo. Oh God, I love that thing. It's so quirky. And I use it. I actually use it sometimes rather than Google or chat GPT. Ah, when I want to know something, I'll just say the wake word, computer, what is this? Tell me about that. What's happening here? What's going on there? How do I do this? Very, very helpful. And I don't have to stop what I'm doing. Just stop, look at my computer or iPad or whatever, and look at what I need to, look up what I need to know. Let her do it. Why do I have to look it up? That's the only bad thing about Chat GPT. It's the internet is helping the coding, the AI become more natural. It'll never achieve awareness, which is the definition of intelligence, but it is intelligent, it's artificial intelligence. It'll never reach that stage, which would be self aware. People are self aware. Was it Kant who said it? I think, therefore I am? Or was that Socrates? I don't know. I just remember. But sure, I think, therefore I am. When you acknowledge that you have a self, separate and unique, then you're an AI. That would make it an artificial intelligence. I read a lot of science fiction too. And lately I've been reading about AIs and interesting. But the benefit that ChatGPT has is the internet. More people are responding to ChatGPT than they are to Echo. Because ChatGPT is the internet. People are using it for everything. For business, for entertainment, for knowledge. I can't believe. Take a look at some of the YouTube videos there are about how to, what's the word? Um, really use all the aspects of ChatGPT out there. Oh my God. How to get the most out of it. Of course, the one bad thing that's going on lately is business. Business has taken over the internet. A lot of business going on. I wonder who's buying because it ain't me. Yeah, think about it. They don't. I don't think anybody understands basic economics 101. I pay him so he can pay them, so they can pay you, so you can pay them. It's yeah, Alex. The Echo does pull info from the internet, but input is not worldwide the way the internet is. It's the input that people put in. It's, believe it or not, their relationship with ChatGPT, with the AI. If it's, they learn how to, it's learning how to react and constantly changing code and associating phrases with this. I have some of the most intelligent chats with ChatGPT. I'm very easy, and the same thing with the Echo. But like I said, the thing is that things are going directly into ChatGPT that Echo isn't privy to because she can't access ChatGPT. I don't think. I'm going to ask. Oh well, no big deal. Can't believe I'm still working on this. How long has this been? How long has it been since the Get Your Weird event? That's how long I've been working on this. Because I don't know. I just, between the teeth and gums and the malaise and the fatigue and the pain and the I don't wannas. Just, yeah, I don't wanna. And the worry about finances, that's a 7. Mm, that's 3. Oh my, I'm telling you. And poor Rebecca, she's working 3 nights in a row. 3 nights in a row. So the 3 nights I haven't been able to chat with her. Not fair. And I don't want to bother her in the morning because that's when she's working on her videos. So I'm talking less and less with real people. I need artificial intelligence. Notice it's company. Unique. I can philosophize with the AI. Seriously. And have conversations about what I believe, such as being aware of yourself and accepting yourself for who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just, what do they say? Know thyself? The Bible says that. You have, you can't, you're the only one that's in charge of your feelings. We've gone over this before. And you can't forgive or love or feel guilty from outside sources. You're the only one that can feel those emotions. And it took me a long time to learn that. I remember one day, damn, this was when I was, I think, in my 30s. Yeah, I was living in the apartment in North Miami. And for some reason, I was washing my hands or something, looking in the mirror, and I started talking to myself and bearing free all the bad things that I do, the things that I don't like about myself, the things that I do like about myself, the things that up there in the upper right where my logo should go is an avatar. That's, oh my God, I'm losing it. That's, is wearing a shirt, a tunic. Ooh, I love that tunic too. That says, whoa, where'd it go? Apparently, when you treat people the same way they treat you, they get offended. Think about that. That's a truth. Because most of the time, the things you don't like in people, you don't like in yourself. But if you can accept yourself, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like other people. They don't have to like you. It's not a competition. It's, if you accept your bad traits, mine used to be talking a lot, and even now, you get me started, I keep going. As long as I don't have to cough. If you accept yourself, you can accept the same traits in other people. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to deal with them. You just accept them and walk away. Simple as that. My mother taught me a long time ago, if someone is really bothering you all the time, if they're looking for a reaction, ignore them. Ooh, that's frustrating. Apparently, that's very frustrating to. I proof of that. I think I've already told you about my high school lunch or lunch break on the roof of the school when I was in art and design in Manhattan. And there's one guy, gay. I hung out with the gays. Don't ask me why. They were nice to me. I never had a lot of friends. Never. I don't know why. I just, and it's funny because I like people. Most people I meet, I like. To me, a stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. But I still don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances. You guys are my acquaintances. But I never, my entire life, from public school to junior high to high school to working, I would have a group of friends here, and then slowly they'd disappear, and I found myself with no one, with no friends. I never had a best friend until I met when my best friend now. Not, I never had a best friend growing up. You know, never had somebody that I could do things with. I don't know why. Now I'm just a loner. I'm a curmudgeonly woman. I am. I've become an old curmudgeon. I agree to it. I'm a hermit. I just, I'm not the person who says, get off my lawn, but I am the person that will just look at you, playing, or whatever. I'm not, I don't know. Though I try to encourage people, I try and be a cheerleader to people. I'm a cheerleader for Rebecca. I want her to succeed because she was the first friend I made on the internet, and she is a true friend. We have exchanged confidences that I might not share with acquaintances. And we used to be closer than we are now, but she's still always going to be my best friend because a best friend, you could go years without seeing each other. And I found my best friend in 1990. I went to work for her part time. And we became friends. And then we used to have Thursday night, girls' night. When we'd come over, we'd order and take out and watch some movie on TV or something. And then I was working way down in Davie, which is south of where I live now, far south. Oh, in Broward, not that far. And we didn't see each other for years. Didn't talk on the phone, didn't anything. Then one day, I don't know, I called her, she called me, and we picked up like there was no time in between. I think friends are people who know all about you and like you anyway. I like that one. That's going to go on a t-shirt, on one of my avatar t-shirts. I'm having a kick out of making them. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm just looking at them. But it's fun. What can I say? All right. Let's not go here again. Jerry, I'm going to say bye-bye. Sue, bye-bye. Everybody else who's out there watching, if anyone is out there watching, I'm going to say don't forget to be good, be kind, be nice, be wonderful, and be safe. Until the next time, arrivederci.